prime purpose of man's sojourn on this earth is to seek God.
Yes.
So as I understand, a soul goes through many births. So it takes many bodies.
Yes.
So it has died multiple times.
Yes.
And if fear of death and attachment are two of those things that keep a soul from merging into the divine, why are we not getting over the fear of death if we have died multiple times? I'm not talking about a high being like you, I'm just talking about the common man.
You see, they come under the Panchaklesh. They come under the Panchaklesh, and this fear of death is running deep within the sum and substance of every human being who incarnates on earth. One of the fears of death may be that they have died a traumatic death in their past life, cancer or schizophrenia, and they're getting a saline and supply of oxygen, or their whole blood has to be rechanged, or they've got an ileostomic bag here because of intestinal problems. So the defecation, the food management is not from mouth to rectum, it is from mouth to the bag, So these things are not pleasant, and when you die, formally, these are in your subconscious sanskar. This is one of the reasons which may give you the fear of death. It's very important to understand, I'm going deep here. So this is due to a suffering of past lives. That seems to convince, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That is one of the reasons for the fear of death. The second reason for the fear of death is the identity crisis, the pleasure part of it. You've done the pain, now the pleasure part of it. I have beautiful children in my life, in all past lives. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful husband. I don't want to lose them. What's going to happen to my lovely Ferrari? So the clinging and identity to material objects, that is an identifying yourself with your Ferrari, your children, your wife, your this thing. Then a deeper identity crisis is identifying with yourself. Oh, this is my lovely body. Oh, look at my biceps, 18 inch. When we were kids, 18-year-old boys, I don't know if you've seen them or this thing, they will always be doing. So they'll see the cut. Otherwise, hey, tape lana jara, tape. I'm telling you so nicely. I've done it. 13 and a half inches. Damn it. When is it going to be 14 inches? Oh God, help me. I don't want anything. 14 inches biceps is my God. That is my energy. Those are my hormones. That's my thing. How about your mathematics, chemistry? Mother say, my son, are you worried? Mom, don't worry me. I can get good marks. That fellow's last. I get good marks anytime. Look at the girls. They are getting good 60, 70% in your... Mom, I have to get my 14 inches. Don't you understand? I have a Mr. University competition, Mr. Ferguson College. I have to get 14 inch biceps. So then you start doing that. That is, you're identifying with your body and clinging. So the fear and identity crisis that I will lose my beautiful body, or I lose my intellectual brain, or I lose my bhakti ras and emotions, it's all mine. It's me. So the identity crisis is losing of the I. That is the second cause for the fear of death. Now let us come to the third cause for the fear of death. The third cause for the fear of death would be fear of the unknown. See, we after death are going into unknown territory. We don't know what there will be. Whether there'll be an oasis of beautiful flowers and trees, or whether we'll be in a desert, or whether we will be retributed and punished for the deeds we have done in Mrityulok, in Prithvilok. That Mrityulok is our earth. Because there will be an action and reaction cause. So the fear of death is the third factor why we fear death. Because of the fear of the unknown. The transition has these three qualities: fear of the unknown, identity crisis, and the suffering deaths that we have had. So this is the answer to the question, why do we fear death? Let us see the second half. What are the remedies to cure this fear? And in spite of remedies, are there any practical applications to reduce the fear of death? To reduce the I? Identity crisis is I. Fear, that they are all, they interface, they are all connected with one another. It's not a single thing. Identity crisis, fear of the unknown. Identity crisis is more attachment to the I, the ego. Thinking, it's a miscalculated, because you think you're the physical body. That's what the ego does, makes you think you're the physical body and not the soul. But the soul is indestructible. So one of the greatest solaces in Nayanam, as the soul takes on many clothes, the Bhagavad Gita.
Gurunath, Namaskar. May I know the connection between fear of death, sexual desires, and human evolution?
The fear of death, you see, human evolution is a spiritual thing. It has to do with Atma. Death and life are connected. So if we have fear of death, you see, if there's a fear of death, there is an emergency. That is the subconscious fear which triggers the sex, leaving the sexual enjoyment apart. That's a fragmented experience. But the general theme, my species may die down. For fear of the death of the human species, human beings are evolving more children. And that's why in older times, even in some Scandinavian countries, if you get a child there, they give you 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs, a gold medal and this thing. I said, send our Indian women there, everyone will get a gold medal. I mean, they'll have the world record. Like in Olympics, you're getting less gold medal. Okay? But in this one, if you go to Denmark or Sweden or something, you will get the maximum gold medals. More mother in them. Look at they imitating the West, doing this. Then because they don't breastfeed their baby, breast cancer, the womb cancer. Have you ever heard your great-grandmother, falling ill?
No.
She is stronger than you are at this age. She is still tough. 11 to 12 children. My grandmother, 11 to 12. All your grandmothers see 8 to 11. No cancer of the uterus, no breast cancer. This is because the younger girls don't listen to their mothers. They try to be super smart. You are trying to be smart. You are going against the circadian rhythms of nature. If you have done this, it's okay. I discourage this. Don't encourage the future children to be a कुंवारी. मैं तो कुंवारी रहूंगी और ये करूंगी तो फिर मरेगी तू. But then this was due to not living the natural life according to circadian rhythms. Then you can adopt 2 children from Africa, 2 from Spain, 2 from India. There's no use if you have to be a mother yourself. This is important.